Hello everybody, we welcome you at the conference of the Polish Women's Strike in Warsaw. Polish Women's Strike is a movement that was created in 2016 when we met with the first anti-abortion project by the government. It was rejected after a mass manifestations of women. Since then, we are active and fighting against many other issues like domestic violence, plans of withdrawing from the Istanbul Convention and so. And last autumn, we had in Poland huge protests against the new idea of banning abortion in Poland, which was finally, by the end of January this year, admitted by the government. So basically, we are living in a land with no abortion rights for women. Bienvenidos todos a una conferencia del paro de mujeres polacas. Estamos en Varsovia, en nuestra sede. Es un movimiento, el paro es un movimiento de mujeres creado en 2016, cuando nos encontramos con un primer proyecto del gobierno polaco que intentaba penalizar por el aborto. El proyecto fue rechazado, pero años después, el otoño del año pasado, tuvimos otra vez un intento de introducir una penalización y una prohibición por el aborto, que finalmente, al final de enero de este año, fue admitido por nuestro gobierno. Aquí estamos ahora para hablar sobre lo que está pasando a todas las activistas que están dentro del movimiento perseguidas y con problemas financieros o judiciales.
Polish Women's Strike doesn't only coordinate and mobilize the microphones. Polish Women's Strike doesn't only coordinate, mobilize, and serves as a help desk to people in almost 600 cities in Poland. We also run programs for activists themselves. We have a mental health program for activists who experience burnout and who experience violence and PTSD syndromes. We have legal assistance programs, free programs. One is for persons who are being illegally and unlawfully detained by the police, so it's working on the field. Second is legal assistance for persons who are being investigated, charged, and brought to court, of course, illegally by the state. And the last one is the program that helps people to actually sue and protect themselves from smear campaigns running in the public media and local public media outlets also. And we also have a social help program. It's called The Umbrellas. It's for persons who, because of their activism, lost their jobs and are in a bad economic or life situation. These are very, very important measures that we have to take and we learned to take in the last 5 years, and they are needed, and we need them, all the activists, not only from Polish Women's Strike, but all activists in Poland need them now. And we need financing for that. That's why we are so grateful for the campaign that is going to start on our behalf.
My name is Dominika Kasprowicz, and I'm one of the co-authors of the campaign. And first of all, I would like to say a few words about our partner in the campaign. This is IPPF-EN, that stands for International Planned Parenthood Federation. This is the European chapter, European network of associations and organizations working in over 40 countries in Europe and also Central Asia. And many thanks to the team that worked with us to develop the campaign. We're really happy that we have this opportunity to look for help and to get help from you. As far as the campaign is concerned, it's based on 9 real-life stories of our activists. There were 10 intended, but we decided to leave one out. This is for the people, for the persons, our activists who are currently unable to share their stories because of the vulnerable state they are in. And let me speak from the heart. we are trying to hold space for them because we think it's important to give them time to catch a break, to recover, to restore their strength, their power. The 9 real-life stories, I have collected the stories doing research among all of our activists on the ground, all around Poland. We have chosen 9 people that are not only the ones most severely repressed by state agents and also far-right groups, but those are also the ones that proved to be the most resilient, the strongest, the toughest, the ones that did not give up despite all the bad things happening to them. And I would like to call them by their names. This is Bożena Przyłódzka, Dorota Łoboda, Katarzyna Kulerska, Nadia Oleszczuk, Hania Kustra, Iwona Ochocka, Marta Lempart, Dominika Kasprowicz i Dariusz Czerski. Remember those names. Those are not only activists of the Polish women's strike, but these people are human rights defenders. This is the status that we have just recently gained internationally and legally. And I think that we not really think of ourselves as human rights defenders. We just do what we do. We do our things. But when we compare our stories with people who operate worldwide, it turns out that we are ones that are really, I don't know, not broken down by the system, but almost broken down by the system. We are burnout. We struggle day by day. We live from hand to mouth. We have lots of problems that we do not talk about publicly. And I think since Marta spoke publicly in an interview for Gazeta Wyborcza about the repressions and the conditions she's in, she started the trend that we are kind of starting to talk about the truth, the reality of our lives. And the reality of our lives is like living under constant pressure to perform, because we have to take to the streets, we have to lead people to the streets, but it's also everyday struggle, financial crisis. We all are in ruin, to be honest, financially. We struggle, we have psychological, psychiatrical problems. Most of us suffer from depression, PTSD. That's not something we talk about because we need to maintain our public image of being strong, powerful, resilient, independent, that we cannot be broken down. But we actually do need your help and your support. So the campaign has 2 aims. First, to raise awareness about our living conditions, the situation that we are in. It's a call to action, because there are powerful agents in Europe who could defend us, and we really need your support. We need you to use all the possible legal actions to help us fight for the rule of law and human rights in Poland. And of course, it's also a call for donations, because we need money to support our movement, to support our people. And I think that's it. The name of the campaign is Defend the Defenders, so please do defend the defenders and donate.
Mianuję się Hania, Jerzek z Rybnika i pochodzę ze Śląska. Przynależę do mniejszości etnicznej Kieronima Lubianów w naszym kraju, która cały czas mu podgórka i musi walczyć o swój język i swoja godka. Oto więc moje działania są podwójnie atakowane przez rząd, przez to, co się dzieje, atakowane przez społeczność. Ale moje działania nie przestają się na tym i nie poddawamy się, bo my Ślązaczki są tak naprawdę, poruszymy mało kamyczek, kiedy poruszy lawina. Chcemy działać, mimo to, że będziemy atakowane i hejtowane, gdzie w takich miejscowościach jak Rybnik my są rozpoznawalne i automatycznie wymieniane z imienia, nazwiska. Nie są ukryte jakaś w grupie osób, które są wielkie, tak jak w Warszawie. W takich małych miejscowościach jest najtrudniej działać, bo od razu jest krytykowano nie tylko ja, ale i moja rodzina, moi najbliżsi. Są groźby karalne, które nie są w ogóle rozwiązywane przez policję. Ale to, co ja robię, i to ja robię dla moich bliskich, dla moich działków, które są na Śląsku, ale to idzie do przodu, bo te frele wylazły na ta droga i na tej drodze walczą o swoją każdą wolność i chcą być słyszalne, że mają takie same prawo jak inni. Chcemy mieć swój język, swoja gotka, żeby nasza kultura dalej istniała i mieć ta wolność jako kobieta, mieć te wszelakie prawa, żeby innym nikt tego nie odbierał, że my jako działchy z takiej miejscowości jak ja, ale w innych małych miejscowościach też były słyszalne i nie były krytykowane, hejtowane i grożono nam bardzo często w różny sposób, nawet i śmiercią. Dziękuję bardzo.
Okay, so now let me translate what Hania has just said. My name is Hanna Kustra. I come from Rybnik. I live in Silesia, that's in south of Poland. I belong to an ethnic minority that has been attacked and hasn't been recognized yet by the state. My actions get double criticism, both from my community and also from the political opponents. But I think Silesia is changing for good. And what we have started is that we have sparked the fire. The women of Silesia have sparked the fire, and we want the fire to burn the whole Poland to the ground, if that's what we need to do to have freedom. We need freedom as women to act, to perform. We want to fight for our rights, but we get punished for it. We are being verbally and physically abused in the streets. We are recognized, so people know where we live. Our houses are being attacked. We are burned out, but we are not giving up. And I'm not giving up. I'm not the one to give up. I want to fight for what I believe in. I am a real human rights defender. And my aim is to help women in Silesia get their voice. We want to be heard. And my personal aim is to restore the Silesian dialect in the public, in the public sphere, because it's not really used in public, and that's what I want to achieve. The dialect should be more and more popular and should be recognized. Okay, that's it, I think.
And my name is Marta Lempert. I'm also one of the faces of the campaign. Obviously, I experienced burnout, I experienced PTSD. I'm on over 70 trials, investigations, charges for protesting. I've experienced a lot of problems, of course, financial, health problems, and so on. I'm also the Polish public television favorite, one of the favorite hate figures, which is getting to me and is getting to us all. I am getting death threats, as we all are. Our office has to be guarded, and so on. And I used to think for a long time that it's something that comes with the job, that it's something that is natural. I don't think that anymore. I think that we all should reach for help, and we should also give examples to all those activists and all those freedom fighters and all those human rights defenders that we can actually demand action, and we can ask for help, and we can ask for assistance, and we can ask for donations. And that's why we're so grateful I am so grateful to IPPF for starting the international campaign to help human rights defenders in Poland, because we're not actually activists anymore. We're human rights defenders. We are freedom fighters, and we are needed. We are needed not only here, we are needed in Europe. People like us are needed, and you also need us, and we need you to help us.
Ok, ahora voy a abreviar un poco lo que se había dicho aquí para la gente hispanohablante. Entonces, el paro de mujeres polacas tiene varios programas para los cuales necesitamos dinero. Y los programas son sobre todo la asistencia legal para la gente detenida o arrestada durante las manifestaciones, después una asistencia legal durante los procesos, los juicios, y una asistencia legal que es más bien un contraataque hacia el gobierno que nos está atacando y hacia los fundamentalistas católicos pseudo religiosos que también están atacándonos. Además tenemos un programa de fondo social para toda la gente activistas que tiene problemas financieros y una asistencia de emergencia psicológica, porque todos estamos experimentando diferentes tipos de traumas, de problemas psicológicos, psiquiátricos a veces también. Y lo demás es un programa para la gente, los activistas, las activistas que se sienten agotadas. Esto se refiere casi a todas de nosotras. Después, las chicas han hablado de su experiencia de ser feministas, activistas en ciudades más chicas, en Polonia, de los problemas y los ataques que están experimentando, que son más bien personales, más personales que en ciudades más grandes como Varsovia, porque incluyen la familia, los chicos. Son cosas muy complicadas y que provocan mucho dolor. También un poco la gente activista está de alguna manera rechazada a veces por la sociedad local. Marta, como una de las líderes del movimiento del paro de las mujeres polacas, tiene en este momento más de 70 juicios contra ella. Así que eso muestra el nivel de persecución que estamos experimentando aquí por parte del gobierno, de la policía y de todo el sistema. ¿Qué más? La campaña que estamos a lanzar ahora se llama Defienda a los defensores. Aquí estamos todas las defensores por los derechos humanos, por los derechos de las mujeres. Estamos hablando a ustedes para que sepan de lo que está ocurriendo con nosotras en Polonia, de lo que estamos haciendo, y pedimos también una ayuda porque estamos en condiciones malas después de muy largas protestas del otoño pasado. Ahora estamos en un momento de más bien un tipo de depresión porque se luchó tanto por el derecho al aborto y el gobierno hizo todo lo opuesto a la voluntad del pueblo, así que introdujo la prohibición y aquí estamos en una situación muy deplorada. Así que esta es la campaña, Defienda a los defensores, las defensoras. Hay una página del internet, creo que está copiada el adreso en algún comentario abajo de nuestra conferencia de la peli que estamos grabando ahora, así que pueden ver y pueden leer todas las historias porque son más personas que no todas podían venir, pero es una lista de 10 personas y 10 historias de las mujeres y hombres que están luchando por los derechos de las mujeres y los derechos humanos en Polonia, que están perseguidos por el gobierno. Son algunos de los ejemplos porque, como se puede imaginar, es un montón de personas. Muchas gracias. Es todo. Y Marta Lempart, que quiere agregar algunas cosas.
Okay. So the campaign, we were just reminding, the campaign name is Defend the Defenders, and the web page is defenddedefenders.eu. We will give all the details in the streaming description. Please see the page, see the testimonials, and share the news about the campaign. And thank you again, IPPF, and all the organizations that joined IPPF in this. And thanks to Marta Frey, who is an author of this visuals of the campaign. Dziękujemy bardzo.
Muchas gracias a una organización, el IPPF, que nos está ayudando en esta campaña, y saludamos a todas las compañeras feministas del mundo que sabemos que están mirándonos en muchísimas ocasiones y apoyándonos. Muchísimas gracias y hasta la victoria.